So what are you guys doing in WoW these days? You having fun with it? Is it exciting for you? Are you still playing it? Are you playing something else? Like, what are you guys into with WoW? Are you in a raid team? Are you PvPing? Are you excited about 8.2? Honestly, 8.2 looks to be really exciting. They look like they're getting a lot of cool ideas, and they're going to be doing a lot of cool new things. And also, I'm trying to find these patches of dirt, and I'm just killing things, and I'm like, am I just not seeing them? That happens a lot. But, it's weird. Okay, anyways, I'll keep looking and talking. Yeah, so, like, 8.2, I haven't really looked into everything that they're doing. I know that, like, there's, like, talks of the PTR coming soon, which is exciting, and, you know, that'll be great. But I don't know too much about what's coming. I just know that people have been buzzing about, like, just what, I guess, like, what Ian has been saying in some interviews, and, like, trying to, like, you know, trying to fix the game and admitting to mistakes, finally. Which I think is cool. I think it's good. It's a good sign. Usually how it happens, though, like, expansions will start off rough, and then they'll fix things, and then the cycle continues next time. But, you know, it's, let's hope for the best, you know? I mean, hey, it's great to have WoW to come back to, and I'd like to see that continue, even if I'm not always playing it. As long as people are into it, that means I always have it to come back to, even when I take breaks. So, and you have Classic coming out, which, you know, Classic's going to be cool. I'm just going to skip that quest for now, because I couldn't find any of the dirt piles to loot through, and there's, like, usually a yellow outline around them, so I don't know what my problem was. So if you were, like, you're probably, like, people were screaming at the screen, like, it's right there, why can't you see it? What is this guy, blind or something? It's like, yeah, that happens. Probably way more than I know. A lot more than I know, probably. Okay, so we'll just do quests that we know we can do. I'll come back and check the water every now and then. Oh, look, nope. I thought that was one, but it was actually a lily pad. So, yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that quest. It's stupid. But anyway, so yeah, like, I'm glad that, like, you know, that WoW is still here, and I'm excited. I want to see it succeed and continue to grow, and, you know, I wanted to see it, like, do new things and just be fun and exciting. But, you know, like, it's just, it's weird. Like, it's, you know, it's, there's such, like, a divide, you know, like, with the way people think. And, like, there are people that are like, oh, this game's amazing, and, oh, it's perfect, and there's no wrong. And then there are people that are like, oh, this game sucks, even though I'm still, like, you know, on the forums, on the Reddit, on watching videos, and probably still subscribed and play it. I'm going to complain about it all the time, and it's weird. Like, it's a weird mindset. I don't think either mindset is great to have. I don't think it helps the game to be overly positive, like, unless that's genuinely how you feel. I also don't think it's good to be overly negative. I think it's good to be constructive, and I think that, like, you know, even if it seems like they don't always listen, because, I mean, they get so much feedback. I mean, say what you will about them, they're not saints by any means, referring to Blizzard. But it is a tough job to, like, sift out, like, so many different opinions. Like, I can't imagine, you know, what that's like. I mean, it's hard, especially when you're trying to appeal to a, you know, a massive audience like that. Like, I don't know, it's just, I can't imagine, like, trying to do something like that. I mean, even, like, as someone who makes YouTube videos, like, you just won't appeal to everybody. Honestly, you're lucky if you appeal to anybody. If you do, you're fortunate. So trying to appeal to everybody is just, like, I don't know, I think it's impossible. I think it's very rare to find something that appeals to everyone. Even something that does have a wide net, like Pokemon, which does appeal to a lot of different people. Even that, you know, game has people that it does not appeal to. No matter what it does, it's never going to. So, like, in fact, I think sometimes it's a detriment to try to appeal to everyone. Like, I don't think that you can always do that. And I think that a lot of times you'll see franchises, games, and whatnot. Wow, we've already leveled. Holy crap, we're level 22. This is crazy. You'll see, like, franchises, you know, die off and become less interesting because, you know, they well, you don't even need to kill that, but whatever. But they try to appeal to more people, and it's like, what's wrong with expanding the audience? It's like, well, sometimes you're not expanding, you're just changing the audience. Like, I think that's a mistake that some, like, artists will sometimes think, like they'll say, oh, we'll expand to more people if we do this. It's like, no, you'll just expand to different people. The people, because some changes, like rather than like bringing on more people, you might bring on new people and quote unquote more people, but a lot of times you'll also lose people that were into it in the first place. So like, you know, and it's one of those things, like ways of thinking that I have. It's like, you know, if something is a certain way, like it's designed to be this, and it attracts an audience, and people are interested in it, and it works for them, and it's really successful. The success will obviously draw more people, but then those people who are new, who maybe aren't as into it, or will like, well, I would play it if it did this. The game should be more like this. The game should be, you know, less quote-unquote hardcore, less of a time investment, less this, less that, change this, change that, make it more appealing to me. And it's like, why? Like, why change things that, like, because then you're going to make it less appealing to the audience that you already have, to make it more appealing to somebody else that you don't even know is going to, like, stick around. I don't understand that mindset at all. It's never, like, it's rarely is it, like, you're not always expanding your audience. Sometimes you're going to change your audience, and you'll be lucky, like, when you capture lightning in a bottle and you catch a fan base and an audience, you'll be lucky if you can do that again. Like, I think sometimes, like, you get so successful, you get so comfortable with where you are, like, you think, oh, that's easy, I can do that again. It's like, not always, man. Like, that's the problem. So, like, I think it's good to try to expand and try to add and do things and try to appeal to more people. I don't think that's necessarily bad, as long as you're not losing the things that made you appeal to people in the first place. I think that's the problem. That's just my opinion. So it's like, because, like, I don't know if this is going to get controversial. I rarely like to talk about things that are, like, divisive, especially on my channel. I don't like to alienate anyone, but, like, I kind of have some skin in the game with this one. So, like, I don't know if any of you guys have heard about the controversy with Sekiro, the game that just came out. Like, it looks cool, and I would get it because I'm a big fan of those Dark Souls style games. But, like, I just haven't had a chance to pick it up yet. There are so many games to buy. It's like I can't buy them all at once. So I haven't really played it, but I know I mean, I've watched it. I know what it's like. I know it's hard. I expect it to be hard. That's part of, like, that's interwoven in the fabric of those games. And for some reason, this one, probably because it's very popular. It's like the game of the month. Like, it's all over Twitch. It's all over YouTube. It's got more attention probably than other games have. And so there have been a lot of people raising up just controversy over the fact that the game is so hard and it doesn't have an easy mode. And, you know, that's I think that people have the right to debate that. They have the right to have that, like, the opinion that this game should have an easy mode. But, you know, that's all fine and good. Debate that all you want to. I don't think it should, personally. I think that what it is what works for people. I think it's been very successful with what it is. And I think that the developers who make it have a right to make the game that they want to make. I think there are advantages to having a singular mode, so as not to give people a temptation to, you know, go to an easier mode. I mean, like, when you make a game, it's like, this is the game I'm making, this is how I want you to experience it, and that's that. And if you don't like that, then don't play it, right? Which is all fine and good to say when people don't like a certain weird choice that a developer makes in a game. Like, you know, you'll hear a lot of, like, what do you call them? Journalists say, oh, you don't like the microtransactions? Then you don't have to buy them. You don't have to play the game. It's like, you know, okay, fine. You don't have to buy Dark Souls. You don't have to play that game. You don't have to play it at all. In fact, if you are going to buy it and play it and review it, you certainly shouldn't be reviewing it on easy mode. Like, that's because you're not getting the, like, if you're going to review a game, you should be reviewing it based on the intended experience. And no matter what, like, usually you'll see, and like, when you pick a easy, normal, or hard mode, you will see this is the mode that we built the game around. This is what is intended to be the mode that you play the game on. So if you're going to review a game, I think you should always review it on the mode that the developers intended the game to be played on. so that you can give a proper review. That's my opinion. People say, well, you can't tell me what mode to use. It's like, no, I can't. But it's just a matter of... We're already level 23, by the way. Holy crap, I just realized that. So, like, I have opinions. I think the game is fine the way it is. I think that most people that play the game think it's fine the way it is. Like, the fan base that has been built around it, this is the way it is. If you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to play it. You would think it would end there. It doesn't end there, though. It never ends there. Because, like, my theory as to why is partially because it's really popular right now. Some people feel left out, and there is obviously everything involves like this stupid culture war nonsense, and there is definitely a sort of hatred towards classic old school mentality gamers. And I think Dark Souls is one of those games that holds that mentality. You've heard the term "get good." Like it's when people complain about the game being too hard, the response is usually "get good." The thing about that, though, and like this isn't like I can't speak for everybody that's ever said that. I can't speak for everybody that's a Dark Souls fan or whatever. But I've found that like usually when people say that, it's aimed towards a person that is complaining about the game. Like it's aimed towards the people that say this game needs to change because it's too hard, right? Like they're saying, because like the people that like the game, the people that play it are fans of it and try to get better at it, like it for what it is. And then new people come in and want all these changes, right? And so the people that are fans are like, no, it doesn't need to change. You just need to get good. I think that's a fair thing to say to those people, because it's similar to like the issues that happen in WoW. It's like people liked WoW when it was a certain way. It changed and it frustrated people, and then you had this great divide, and you had people like calling out these old school WoW players as like, you're hardcore, you're elitist, all this kind of stuff. It's like, no, we liked the game the way it was. You're the ones that wanted to change it. You're the problem. I think it's kind of the same thing here. It's like a casual versus hardcore mindset. And I say a mindset because I think it is a mindset. I think it has very little to do with the amount of time investment you have. I think that's a factor. It has very little to do with... It has more to do with your mindset. It doesn't matter what there can be different reasons for why you come to that mindset, but the mindset usually is the hardcore gamers are like, we came into this game, we were drawn to it for what it is, for what the developers made it to be. We congregated around it because we liked it for what it is, and then because we made it popular, because we were into it, you came along and now you want all these changes because the game doesn't appeal to you. And I think that's usually what it is. Usually you will find that like the casual-minded gamers will demand that a game appeals to them, caters to them, does what they want it to do. And I guess that's, like, I can't speak for everybody. I don't want to, like just label everybody, because, like, I'm a casual gamer in terms of, like, when I play. I don't get too deep into many games these days. That's just because I play so many and there's not enough time. I don't want to miss out. I want to experience everything the gaming world has to offer that I enjoy. And so I tend to like not get super into any game, like I said earlier, but I have a hardcore mindset. And that mindset is like, you know, I like games to be an investment. I like there to be a level of skill involved. I think that bragging rights is fine. I think that friendly competition is okay. I don't think that being toxic and insulting people or whatever is bad, but I also think that there's a lot of people that could benefit from just getting thicker skin and not worrying about it. But I definitely think that like there's something to be proud of to complete a game. That I like to be challenged, that kind of thing. I grade games based on how well they how good of a game it is. I like them to actually feel like I'm playing a game and not just an experience. That's just, to me, that's what I like about them. So like and everybody's different. Fun, no one has a monopoly on the term fun. I don't, you don't, nobody does, the game journos don't. Fun is different for different people. And I don't think that every single game needs to cater to every single person. I think that there are some games that are good for some, and I think that there are some games that are good for others, and I think that there are a wide variety of gamers that need to have their game that appeals to them, and I think that Dark Souls is one of those games that is meant to appeal to a certain audience, and it does that very well. And it is annoying when people, especially games journos, who seem to have a beef with gamer culture, rather than just saying, okay, this game's too hard for me, I want to move on, they want to kick up dirt and stuff. Like I said, you will often hear people say the Get Good moniker when you complain about the game, but I've also noticed, like, whenever people are like, man, this game's so hard, I don't think I can do it, I just don't think I've got what it takes, I'll often see those same people turn around and say, oh, no, keep at it, man, just keep practicing, you can get it, you just gotta work at it, just don't give up, like that kind of stuff. Like, so it's all about how they're approached in the first place, and I think that people, when they like something and they enjoy something and someone else wants to come in and mess that up or change it, I get why people, why fans get defensive of it. They have every right to. It's something that they love, and others want to come in and change it. So like, I sympathize with the gamer. I don't think it's nice, like, good to be necessarily super toxic, even though I think Get Good is relatively harmless. It's, sorry if your little feelings get hurt. I don't think that's threatening or insulting anyone. It's a little bit tough, but it's, get over it. Get good and get over it, right? Like, if that offends you, well, sorry, but it's not the gaming community's job to cater to your feelings either. So like, that's something else too. It's that's a whole nother topic. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know by clicking that like button, and feel free to share it with your friends so they can enjoy it as well. Don't forget, you can subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to be notified as soon as new videos are posted. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and if you'd like, you can support this channel on Patreon. Links to all of this can be found in the description below. This is Kephas. Until next time.